Welcome to our Make It Monday, my craft instead of run day. This is my fun day, my play with my glue gun day. Welcome to our Make It Monday. Welcome to Make It Monday. I am Holly, your host. I am the lead librarian at North Muskegon, and this month I am going to teach you to make this fabulous argyle yarn wreath, which will look lovely in your husband or boyfriend's man cave. So, but first I will show you what you need. You're gonna need, you can get this at the dollar store, one of these green foam wreaths. They usually have them all season long, or you can get them larger ones from Joann Fabrics. You're gonna need a ball of gray yarn. It usually takes one skein. You'll actually have some left over. You need glue gun, glue, a pen, pair of scissors, piece of ribbon to hang it from when you're all done, and you're going to need pink felt and red felt. So of course our very first step is the one that takes the longest, which is why I've kind of pre-done this one, and that is wrapping your wreath in the ribbon, or in the yarn. So it's super easy. You just take it and you tie it on there. With my tiny dwarf fingers. There we go. And you're just gonna keep looping it through until you've got the entire thing covered. And it is much easier if you want to take it off the skein and roll it into a ball, because otherwise you're shoving a skein of yarn through this hole instead of just the ball of yarn. And it takes a long time that way. Plus it also falls apart and you're gonna end up doing it anyway. And if you have pieces that stick up, like from where you left off on a previous piece, you just wrap the yarn over it so it lays it down. So now that we've got it all wrapped, you just cut that off and then tie it off. Where's my string? It's right here. Where did I put it? It was that one. It was tricking me. And you're going to get it through there and just put a knot in it so it doesn't come unraveled. And then you can cut that little extra piece off, and it's probably a smart spot to put your ribbon if there is a bump there. So our next step is going to be cutting out our hearts. If you're getting the one that comes from Dollar Tree, you're going to want a heart that's about 2.5 inches in diameter. I found this on the internet with all the measurements and just cut it out so I'd have a pattern. So you're just going to take it, and you're going to need 5 of each color, 5 or 6, depending on how close you want to put them. So you just trace your heart on there. And don't worry if you're using like a blue pen or black pen that shows up on the felt, because you can just flip it over when you glue it and you won't see it. And the felt pieces you can usually get for like 40 cents a piece at the craft store. So then you just cut out your hearts. You don't even need a full piece of felt fabric. You can usually get away with a half a piece of each, unless you're making a much larger wreath. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the red. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the pink. So then your next step, as you can see here, they're going in opposite directions. So you just take your glue gun, give me your glue gun, and put some glue all over your heart. Kind of try to get it to the edges so the edges are not sticking up. And you're going to glue your first one down. And kind of look at it to make sure you've got it in a spot you want it. And then you take your next color and you go in the opposite direction. Stuck on the table leg. And I leave just a little bit, maybe like a finger width of space in between the first one and the second one. And you just keep going around the whole thing. And it's pretty easy to like place it when the glue's still wet. When I get closer to the last couple, I like to lay them out just to make sure I'm gonna have enough hearts to do this whole thing. And it looks like we're good. I just want to scoot those over just a little bit. Once you've got all that glued down, then you're going to take your string, tie it back on there. Actually, what I do is I just take a really long piece and cut it off, because it's easier than trying to get this ball through everything. Hopefully that's enough. If it's not, we'll just add another piece. Get in your home. There. So you're going to take it and you're just going to, let me pull this up here, wrap it so it's like this, and you're going to go all in one direction, and you can adjust where the string is landing as you're going along so it's crossing the heart at the right spot. And just pull it through, go on to the next one. Okay. So it's crossing there, and you're just going to want to pull it tight enough so once you get those where you want them, they don't move. Okay, so once you get it all the way around, then you start back the other way and cross it over. Please let me have enough string so I don't have to add any on there. And like I said, you can adjust them as you're going so it's crossing and it doesn't look like it's goofy in any spots. I don't know, it's gonna be close. I'm like one piece short. No! Okay. That's okay. We just tie it off in the back and we get another short piece and we continue on. And then if you run out of string like I did and you have this little flappy piece, you can either just glue it down so it matches right in, or you can just cut it off as long as it's facing the back side where nobody's gonna see it. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, so we need enough to go 2 more. We want that to come up a little bit. If I would have cut another foot of string, we would have been fine. Okay, now we made it all the way around, and now we're going to tie this one off. All right, and we cut that off, and cut all these extra little pieces off. And like I said, you can go through and adjust them so they're in the right spot. I had to do that with my first one because I had one that was looking kind of weird. But it's going to look like that when you're done. And then all you have left to do, the easiest step of them all, cut yourself a piece of ribbon. And you're going to want to put a little dot of glue here. Get something to push this down. Do not use your fingers. It will burn you. Like, take the scissors and just push it down. It's easier to clean the glue off the scissors than it is to have to bandage your hand because you have 3rd-degree burns from the glue gun. And just wait for that to dry. Give it a second. Then all you have to do is put a spot of glue on the back and push your ribbon. Ouch, that got me anyway. Rude. And it's going to look dark on the back where you put the ribbon, especially if you have the see-through ribbon like I do. It's not going to matter. You're not going to see the back of it anyway. So you just have to wait for that to dry, and then you're all done. It's still drying. I'm going to put another glue right here because it's flapping up on me. Here, I'll push it down with another piece of glue. How about that? So then we're just waiting for it to dry, and then it's all done. So pretty easy. Not a lot of materials you need for it. And it'll look super cute. And I think it'll look neat with other colors too. I'd like to do a blue one. I think that'd be pretty with the gray. But that is all for this month. So tune in for next month and we will be making a tassel necklace. I'll see you next time. Bye!